What's up, guys? Matt Fragger. I'm back again with another review for you. Hope everybody out there is doing well. I picked up a few fragrances here over the last couple weeks. Um, I got 5 here that I've picked up recently, and I have not done reviews on any of these yet. I haven't even done first impressions on them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of let you know what I picked up and give you just a quick take first impression on what I think about it, and then I'm going to come back and do a full review on all of them. But just to kind of bring you up to speed with what's going to be coming up, what kind of reviews I've got coming up here over the next week or so. This is what you can look forward to if you're interested. So first off, I picked up this clone from Fragrance World of Stronger with You Absolutely, and I don't own that fragrance, but I did smell it in Ulta, and I gotta say, like they did a really, really good job on this clone. Um, it does give you exactly what you would expect from a fragrance inspired by a Stronger with You fragrance in general. It's warm, it's cozy, you get that chestnut, um, all those things, and you do get a little of that booziness in here. This one is a really good clone. On the test spray, it definitely seemed like one that I'm going to like going forward for cooler weather. So there's this one that's going to be coming up. I will be doing a review of that. And next, I picked this one up. There's been seen a lot of hype on this one. I've seen a lot of people doing reviews on this one. I have this thing when it comes to Aventus clones, which there are 1,000 of. Um, I have a few in my collection, and although I do really enjoy that DNA and I really do like that scent profile, it is easy to get kind of inundated with so many Aventus clones. But this one, seen a lot of talk about it. This is Supremacy Collector's Edition from Offnon. I have Offnon Supremacy Incense, which is inspired by Interlude Man, Homage Interlude Man. This one I haven't smelled Absolute, but I know I've heard some people say that it's kind of got a little taken a little bit from that one, as well as just the original Aventus scent profile. But what I get out of this one is about what you would expect out of an Aventus clone. Um, Although this one in the opening has a really nice fresh burst of pineapple, as opposed to something like CDNIM, which would be is more lemon. This one does have a noteworthy pineapple open, but the pineapple doesn't stick around for too long. Um, the thing I'll say about this one is that the oils in here and the quality of this one is really, really good. Like, if you're talking about quality, this is the best quality Aventus style fragrance, Aventus clone fragrance that I've tried yet. The quality in here is really, really good. Comes off really smooth, deep, rich. When you're talking about clone fragrances and you're putting a clone up against, the original fragrance, 9 times out of 10, I've found that the biggest difference you're going to find is the quality and the richness and that deepness that kind of that just gives it just that edge. This one has the edge, but it's a clone, but it has that edge. I feel, and I feel like the quality is great here. So this is definitely an Aventus, right away, this is an Aventus style fragrance, but it does have a twist to it and it does do things in a different way that set it apart, and it does have quality of juice here that sets this apart. So I'll be back to do a full review on this one after I spend some time with it. I pretty much picked these all up in a very short amount of time of just a couple days, really, and I just haven't. I just want to kind of like spend a little time with all these, and then come back and give you a review of each one individually. But the next one that I picked up recently here, I just grabbed this at my local TJ Maxx. They had a red sticker on it. It was on a red sticker clearance price, and that's Moschino Toy Boy. This is one that I've seen since I've started doing this, collecting fragrances and getting into this. I've seen this one pop up a lot of times. You hear a lot about this one. Um, I'll say out of all these five fragrances that I've picked up recently, this one not only is the most surprising to me at how good it is, and the most like this one really really did it for me. This one really like made me take notice, and I was very pleasantly surprised with how good this is. If you're a rose lover, if you like rose in fragrances, masculine rose fragrance, uh, this thing is great. It doesn't represent the fragrance in this bottle is not representative of the presentation really. Like I don't see the correlation between the fragrance that's in here and this presentation, other than Moschino just likes to, I think if you know any Moschino fragrances, they got fragrances that look like a bottle of window cleaner. So it's very strange presentations with these guys, but this one is very very good. It's got excellent like projection just off the test spray, of course. Excellent projection and staying power to it, and a red rose, a clearly red, jammy red, sweet, beautiful rose that's supported by a lot of other things that bring this together and make this a really, really surprisingly good scent that I wish I hadn't waited so long to pick up. But I did, but I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I eventually picked this one up. This one's great. I can't wait to wear this. I'm looking forward to wearing this, coming back and give you a review on this one. So that's Moschino Toy Boy. And then the next one that I want to show you is this is another one that's this one's been out for a long time. I believe this was launched in 1999, so I would consider it a classic fragrance. And this fragrance house has a lot of them out there that are very popular and very much in the fragrance community to this day. And this one here is more of a classic, kind of like just a classic clean fragrance, like the kind of fragrance that a well put together, clean, got his shit together kind of guy is gonna wear. It's 212 Men by Carolina Herrera, 212 New York City. This one has surprisingly, I didn't know it had a magnetic cap, but it does. Really nice, strong magnetic cap. And presentation kind of looks like an older school kind of deodorant stick. Looks like a deodorant, but I don't know. Like I gotta say that this one is another one that I wasn't surprised at how that it was really good. I was just surprised that it took me so long to take a chance on this one, pick it up and try it out, because it's very green. It's got this kind of green grass kind of essence to it that I just love in fragrance. Vintage 78 from Banana Republic, I feel, has that kind of good green, like grassy kind of texture to it and feel to it. And I really like the green vibe in this one. Really looking forward to wearing this one and seeing how it works out and coming back with a review on this one. And I could say right now, this is going to be one that's going to be really good for warmer weather. So we're moving into spring here shortly. Although here in Ohio, I feel like it's going to be cold for a good while yet. I don't see it warming up until end of March, but we'll see what happens. And the last one that I have here is, I feel like there's kind of a theme here with stuff that I should just title this video fragrances that I picked up that I've been putting off forever that I finally pulled the trigger on, because that's what a lot of these are. Is ones that I just have kind of had on my mind and just decided to go ahead and pull the trigger on and pick up. And the last one's going to be original Terre d'Hermes EDT. And I've had a couple decants of this. My buddy has a bottle and he let me pull a couple decants. I've wore it a few times. I enjoy it. I love it. It's got a classic masculine kind of man's scent to it, but at the same time, there's some modernity to it. It still holds up, I believe, today. This fragrance and this scent profile holds up today. You could wear this, right now and not feel like it's outdated. But it does have a kind of a classic feel to it, though, definitely. And I love vetiver. This is a vetiver. I would call it a vetiver forward fragrance. This is a fragrance that does things with vetiver that are just magical, and I really love it. Um, really looking forward to spending some time with this and coming back. And the atomizer on this, just how that turns up and down. I don't know why more fragrance brands um, don't do. Maybe that's a thing that's just that Hermes has a trademark on. I don't know, but that's really cool. I really like that the atomizer on this. And listen, like this bottle is obscenely large. It's like huge. I have fairly big hands, and it's big for my hand. It's obscene. And what happened was, and I know that you guys have to have noticed this, and it's one of those "this is how they get you" things. Um, this fragrance for 100 ml bottle of this fragrance was $75, but for the 200 ml bottle, it's $90. There's no way on this freaking earth that I'm gonna pay $75 for 100 ml when I could get twice the amount of fragrance, 200 ml, for 90 for another $15. So yeah, I mean, of course I'm gonna do that, but this bottle is obscenely large. This bottle makes my hands look little, and yeah, like I knew that it was gonna be large, but the 200 ml. But when I got this and took it out of the box, it kind of, for just a second, it kind of, even though I knew that it was going to be big, it even took me back a little because it's just obscenely big. I have a bottle of Cool Water, 200 ml Cool Water bottle, and I mean, maybe it's just because it's taller than it is wide, but the Cool Water, it just doesn't look as obscene as, as this one. And I would even say that I would almost prefer, presentation wise, strictly talking about presentation, I would almost prefer the 100 ml bottle. Probably feels a little better in the hand. It's not, it's, because the classic, like, elegant beauty of the Terre d'Hermes bottle, just the bottle itself is, I think, is one of the classiest, like, nicest looking, most gentlemanly looking bottles that there are, which fits the fragrance because the fragrance is a gentleman's fragrance, I feel. What do women want a man to smell like, really? They want a man to smell clean and put together, and like he takes care of himself and he has good hygiene and he's clean and fresh. And, this fragrance kind of gives you, in a way, how it brings together all of the things that associate with a guy who's clean and put together, who's showered, and his hair's brushed and he's wearing deodorant, and he maybe uses some higher end shower and body wash, and just that well put together, fresh, clean feeling. And then there's just the tiniest bit of dirtiness in there, just to kind of man it up, just to kind of give it just a teeny bit of funk. And I like that. I love everything that this thing is doing. I know everybody's heard probably every review you need to hear about Terre d'Hermes at this point. There's nothing new about it, but I am going to come back and give a review on it and give my thoughts, my expanded thoughts, after I've worn this for a while and like really spent a little more time with it. When I had the decant, I did give it some wears, obviously, but like I feel like when you wear a fragrance out of a decant, it may just be me, but I just feel like out of a decant, you're just kind of, it's like dipping your toe in to see how the water is when you're wearing a decant for testing purposes. And then when you get the fragrance, the full bottle, I always feel like the experience of the first wear with the full bottle fragrance is just a little, like, slightly, maybe it's just in my head, but slightly different and more elevated than when you're wearing it out of a decant. Maybe it's that the decant doesn't have as good atoms. I don't know. I don't know what the story is, but maybe I'm just mad, which is probably the case. But yeah, I feel like the when I gave this the first full bottle wear, the first wear out of the full bottle, the Terre d'Hermes, it just was just a little bit more of an elevated experience, wearing experience than when I wore it out of the decant. But glad to have it. All 5 of these I'm going to be coming back and doing a review on very soon. And I hope that you guys will tune in for those reviews. And thank you for tuning into this video. I know it went a little bit long, but just kind of a preview of what I got coming up on the channel here going forward. If you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you did that. It'd be super cool. Trying to grow the channel as much as I can, get it out there for people to see. And I got a lot of stuff coming up here in the near future. A lot of reviews coming up, guys. So thanks for joining me for this video. Again, I'm the Mad Fragger. I'll see you next time.